Hello guys, I'm Kiri, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about a 1966 Ferrari 330 GTC. My favorite car is Ferrari, and for me always is pleasure to talk about any Ferrari models, especially from 1960s, 70s, 80s, but 60s were the years Ferrari made the vast, let's say, smooth design cars. And they are the most beautiful and valuable today. We know the models from 1960s and little bit early, Ferrari 250 Tour de France, 250 California Spider, 250 GT short wheelbase, of course the most amazing car 250 GTO, 250 Le Mans, etc, etc. Most of them are racing cars. But the car, what we have here today, is a road car, as well from 1960s, and the engine of this car is very close to the racing cars, because on that time the things what separate the racing car from road car were the design, the light body materials like aluminum, some engine tuning, of course no luxury interior, so let's say they save in weight. But let's talk about this model, about the model Ferrari 330 GTC. It came on the market in 1966 and was in production to 1968. In total they made just under 600 cars. Like most of the Ferrari from that time, this is no exception. Front longitudinally mounted engine, V12, very famous Colombo design, Tipo 209 or in English Type 209. By the name of the car we know the capacity of the engine. So 330 cubic centimeters every cylinder, which mean in total 3967 cc or 4 liter, and producing 300 horsepower at 7000 rpm, which actually was the same like the 3 liter Ferrari 250 GTO engine. Here we have 3 twin choke carburetors Weber, and the gearbox is 5-speed manual, of course. The design of the model is made, of course, by the very famous designer's house, Italian designer's house, Pininfarina. But because this is a road car, the features are just amazing. Like independent rear suspension. Ferrari used for the first time this type of suspension in the model Ferrari 250 TRI, which is actually Ferrari 250 Testarossa, but this I on the end is coming from the independent rear suspension in 1961 for the Le Mans series. So just 5 years before. The car was very advanced back on the day. The tires, they were Michelin XWX 205 VR14 on the aluminum 10-hoe racing style wheels. Of course, this car is with the Burani wheels. Burani wheels, they were option, and the discs, the brakes actually, they were hydraulic discs all around. The option was a radio as well back on the day, imagine 1966, with the option on Ferrari radio. The name GTC is coming from Gran Turismo Coupe, because they are the same car, 330, but not GTC, GTS, and here S is coming from Spider, but from this model they make only 100 cars. Most of the Ferrari models on that time were named GT, which is from Gran Turismo. The performance of this car is just phenomenal. From 0 to 100 km per hour or 62 miles per hour, just 6.5 seconds. And this is non-racing model, is luxury model actually, the interior is 1966, and imagine from 0 to 100 km per hour or 62 miles per hour, just 6.5 seconds, was just amazing. The maximum speed of the car is 242 km per hour or approximately 150 miles per hour. When new, this car could be yours for 6,516 British pounds. This was exact equivalent of average 5-bedroom house in North London. Actually I know that because I talked with my ex-landlord about 9-10 years ago. I was living in North London on that time. The house was 5-bedroom, and he told me exactly this. He bought the house in 1965 for 6,000 British pounds. So the car actually back on the day was very expensive. 330 GTC was in production on the same time with the top and very sporty model Ferrari 275 GTB. That's why not many people knows, but these two cars, they share the same chassis. The front side of the car looks very similar design to the very expensive model 500 Superfast, from which they make just 37 cars. And a few days ago I just watched a video of Tom Hartley Jr. with his Ferrari 500 Superfast, and he said the 500 Superfast was twice the price of Ferrari 275 GTB, and Ferrari 275 GTB was a similar price like Ferrari 330 GTC. So imagine Ferrari 500 Superfast was 2 times the price of the Ferrari 330 GTC. The Ferrari 330 GTC was unveiled at the 1966 Geneva Motor Show because Ferrari needed a GT car. How we said, on the market were already 275 GTB, 330 GT 2+2, but no GT Tourer, so this is what is the result. Ferrari 330 GTC. The wheelbase of the car is exactly 2 meter and 400 millimeters. The chassis is made from steel and is tubular frame, very common on that time, tubular frame chassis. Option was the Borani wheels, and this particular car is ordered brand new in 1967, so the first registration of this car is 1967, and the first keeper was in Italy. So the first country where the car was registered was Italy, and was ordered with the Borani wheels. They are 14-inch of course as well, but the normal wheels for these cars, they were 10-hose aluminum racing style wheels, but they on that time they were more expensive, the alloy wheels, than the Borani wheels. So that's just amazing. The Borani wheels, they are the same actually size like the alloy wheels, and the car is long 4 meter 470 millimeters, is wide 1 meter 665, is not very wide, you can see, and is high just 1 meter 282 millimeters. The weight of the car is approximately 1.3 tons, so about 1,300 kilograms, but we know the racing cars on that era, they're about 1 ton, so this car weighs 300 kilograms more than the racing cars. So we said earlier as well, the engines, the gearboxes, the suspensions, they were very similar to the racing cars, but just because this is a road car and the car is more luxury, the interior, how you can see, is very luxury, so they don't use that light materials like alloy, aluminum body panels, so that's why the car is a little bit heavy, 1,300 kilograms, than the racing cars, approximately 1,000. So from any angle you can see the car is just amazing. So the first former keeper was in Italy, 1967, and then the car moved to Germany, and then to Belgium, and at the moment the car is registered in UK. So it's left-hand drive, that's why it's left-hand drive, because it's Italian, original Italian car. The backside is of course just amazing. You can see the exhaust, their answer. All the Ferrari models from that time, they were with answer exhaust system. The lights, they're very fine, actually very beautiful design. The bumpers as well, they're made from 2 parts, how you can see, on the left side and right side, and on the middle is the number plate, of course it's a square number plate. Originally Italian number plates on the back, they were that shape, they are square. And this badge on the rear boot, so you can see Ferrari 330. This was very uncommon. Ferrari for the first time put the badge on the back side of the car, on the boot lid, and this was very uncommon back of the day. So not many customers, they ordered the Ferrari 330 with that badge, and that's why today these cars with the badge on the boot lids, they are very rare, and actually they are more expensive than the cars with no badge on the boot lid. So this is something as well not many people knows, but Ferrari 330 with the badge on the bootlet is much more appreciated than with no badge. So you can see here the answer exhaust system, two on the left side, two on the right side, and the lenses there. Garello, of course, Italian, and you can see here the Borani wheels, very beautiful Borani wheels with single nut in the middle, of course, with the Ferrari emblem on the middle. Here the tires, they are a little bit wider than the original tire. Here they are 215/70 by 14, but how we said before, the original tires on the Ferrari 330 GTC, they should be 205 HR14, but on the aluminum alloy wheels, of course, with the 10 holes, how we said, but because they are brand wheels on this car, so that's why the tires are 215. How you can see on the front wing, the badge F and Pininfarina underneath, of course. The grille on the wing as well, very nice. The interior is just amazing. The leather, always Ferrari been using the most fine, the most beautiful leather, very soft steering wheel, wooden steering wheel, of course, very beautiful. The dash, of course, the clocks were very nicely made. And here is some information about the car. How I said, the car was first registered 1967 in Italy, and then Germany, and then Belgium, and at the moment is registered in UK with this number plate. So this is the front side of the car. How we said before, the car is very similar to design to the very expensive on that time model Ferrari 500 Superfast, which was of course very powerful, and just 37 were made, and just very famous people were ordering the Ferrari 500 Superfast. Of course, 12,000 pounds plus was huge amount of money. Ferrari 275 GTB and 330 GTC, they were approximately over 6,000 pounds. On this side as well, you can see this very beautifully made grille, absolutely amazing. The badges F and Pininfarina, of course. This is absolutely beautiful. Inside the interior, how I said, the steering wheel, the wooden interior, the gearbox manual, and here is this very beautiful touch. You can see the Ferrari emblem on the seat pillar column is very beautiful. The backside, one more time, very fine. And you can see like little lip spoiler on the very backside of the boot lid. It's just amazing. So guys, I hope you like the video about this Ferrari 330 GTC. If you like, please subscribe my channel, and see you next time guys. Bye.